Welcome to Jonas and the Mountain Journeys, a series of 8 10-minute readings from my visionary novel, Jonas and the Mountain, a Metaphysical Love Story. I'm your host, author Janis Harper. This fourth episode begins the second segment, Press Pause with Anamika. I'll be reading in Anamika's voice from the chapters where she is giving her teachings and offering activities to her students as a way to bring her teachings home. You'll discover ways to engage with your own body's healing, your past lives, your relationships, and other intriguing areas of self-exploration. In this episode, Interpreting Your Life, I'll read from chapters 10 and 11. Anamika says that your life is like a novel or movie, and to truly understand what's going on in it on a deep level, you can interpret it just like you would a novel or a movie. She takes you through a short but powerful expressive arts activity that will help you to explore your life in this way. If you choose to participate, all you need is pen and paper. Press pause in your day, in your life, and listen into yourself. There are worlds waiting to be discovered. Everything in your life, every person, thing, event, is part of your movie, or, if you like, your novel. You know very well that your life is unique, and how you look at life is unique. Even people who are very close to each other for years, who share everything, know that their perspective, and thus their world, is entirely different from the person's they are close to. You know, too, that each person witnessing the same event, say a collision between a street dog and a rickshaw, sees it differently. As much as we might want to know each other's world, we can't. Each of us truly lives in a separate world. We make sense of our world by creating a kind of narrative about it, through interpreting the events, people, and things, so that there exists a kind of coherency, a narrative thread, and in turn, a way of explaining our interpretation, our version of the story, to others. When your high school English teacher asked you to interpret a short story, she wasn't asking what the story really means, what it's really about, but for you to create a reasoned interpretation of it, taking into account its symbols and metaphors, theme, plot, characters, and so on. There are no real answers to meaning, though students seek them anyway. There is no whole story. We are, each of us, interpreters of what we imagine we perceive outside of ourselves. The interpretation reflects ourselves back to us, and in this way it is a circular creative process. Because your narrative is so coherent and tightly woven, you see your interpretation of events justified everywhere you look. But it's really you doing everything. We are creating our lives, our world, in the same way that when we interpret a short story, we are creating another text. Everything is symbolic, metaphorical, and the meaning of the symbol lies within you. Interpret it. There is a message there for you. If your life were a movie or novel, how would you describe its main theme, its secondary theme? What repeats in your life? What do you see happening again and again? If your life were a movie, what would be the opening scene? I want you to do this exercise now, if you're up for it. You'll need a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. First, close your eyes. Imagine that a friend of yours wants to watch a movie and selects one that has your name in the title. You've clicked play. The movie opens. What is the first scene? Write it or draw it on the paper. Don't think about it, just do it. There is no wrong way to do this. I'm giving you 10 minutes. Press pause and time yourself for 10 minutes and come back. Now, if you wrote about the scene, I want you to draw it, and vice versa. 10 minutes. Press pause. Finally, I want you to give your movie a title. Remember, it has your name in it. 2 minutes for this. Press pause and see you in 2 minutes. Hi. Let's just breathe together for a while. If it helps, breathe in here and breathe out now. Here, now. Now you've completed this exercise, put it away. Bring it out later and feel into what it says to you. Share it with someone if you like. This next exercise is on a similar theme. You read books. I know because you're reading this one. When you read, say, a novel, you know it's not the real world. If it's good, you might get lost in it, suspend your belief for the sake of the experience. It becomes real to you in a way. And reading the good novel becomes another experience that is yours, and that you can share with others who have read the same book. Just for a minute, imagine that your life, your world, is like a book you're reading, a good book. So good that you may have already forgotten that you're imagining it all. You've suspended your belief for the sake of the experience. You may indeed believe that it's the real world, and that's okay, especially if you're having a good time in it. You are the main character, the protagonist, of course. Look around you. Those objects, that person, even that tree, are there for a reason, to create an atmosphere, support the plot, lay the framework for action, draw a scene. Look at your hands that hold this book. They are shaped a certain way, beautifully drawn, unique to you. You have expressed the shape of your hands, your body, the features of your face, just as you have expressed everything you see, every situation you're in. It's an intimate and ongoing art project, and that hand you see is in everything. Just for the heck of it, put this book down for a minute and close your eyes. Oh, hi, welcome back. Okay, here's a little writing activity for you. Be sure to have a piece of paper or a writing device handy, and give yourself 5 minutes for each part. Don't stop writing. Don't worry, no one will judge you. No one will even read it but you. This is for you, just you. Number 1, how would you describe the scene you're in now? Don't forget to pay attention to mood and atmosphere. Give yourself 5 minutes. Pause and come back when the time is up. Number 2, if your novel life had 3 major themes, what would they be? 5 minutes for this. Press pause. Number 3. What are the main struggles of the protagonist? That's you. 5 minutes for this. Take a look at what came out in this exercise, either now or later. And again, feel into what it says to you. And share it with someone if you like. I hope you found something valuable here. Feel free to do these exercises again and again. For each time, they may tell you something new. Thank you for being in this space with me as we explored ways to interpret your life. Thank you for joining me on Jonas and the Mountain Journeys. I'm your host, Janis Harper, author of the novel Jonas and the Mountain, a Metaphysical Love Story. You've just heard me read from chapters 10 and 11, where we learn from Anamika the value of interpreting our life. If you'd like to learn more about this, pick up a copy of Jonas and the Mountain, either online or ask for it at your local bookstore. I look forward to sharing the next episode of this journey with you.